lots of time right there. As in League of Legends, you don't have a lot of time for that. You're just going to have to use self-destruct if it's against one Pokemon, get back into the league game as quickly as possible.
And it looks like they're just putting up defensive wards now. Don't think we're going to see the same invade as we saw last time, but as I say that, Cog is... Yeah, they got the Annie. They have the Annie, and they have the early damage here.
It was a chainsaw commercial, party poker commercial. No car commercial.
Oh, damn.
Finding that out well late, but that's okay. Ziploc going to grab up the enemy red buff, and they will beat a hasty retreat. Going to be okay.
So all the buffs are there. I can see them this time. And so he's like, I don't want to go my own jungle. That seems... It's just not there when I show up. So he's going to the enemy jungle, picking up a little bit of cash there, and the red buff.
Going to catch the edge of that buckshot, and Zyneking gets an auto attack down, so Flappy-Bearfish going to take a little bit of damage. Q not going to catch... Did catch A? Yeah.
They're going to collapse on ScubaChris here. They see him.
In the jungle, and looking for a way around him. They can't quite find the Elise. Down bottom, there's some danger going on, too. It looks like that'll all go clear as the fight in the jungle going to dissipate for now, but they're not done by any stretch. iDream taken low by Poohbear, so they will be short one hand here. ScubaChris pushed out InnoX as well. And does get the red buff, however. They're going to come back onto Ziploc. They'll give it away. Buff
and that's
stolen
favorable.
Successfully.
Favorable for NID on that one. Although ScubaChris isn't going to hit level 3 off of that, it still delays Ziploc from having a gank route for himself. And ScubaChris actually going to take away some of the jungle, too, so he can hit that level 3.
So, Zyneking just keeping those auto attacks hot and heavy, and it's pretty decent damage, you know, forces a couple shots out of him to get it back. And InnoX takes his position up top, was a little bit late to lane up there, but has caught up to Zamphira, as they are going to roll the lane swap in that direction. Got the CS advantage right now. Kind of a quiet couple of seconds here as everybody's just getting that early farm going, waiting for the right moment. Bearfish going to get stunned up, and they are going to run him low. Dash forward from nothing here. The Valkyrie gets him clear. Ignites down. Not good enough.
20 seconds on that. 20 HP, sorry. 20 HP left on that. Use the barrier and the flash. He's very, very, very low on that one. And that's going to push him out of lane. That's going to give a CS advantage to nothing here, as the tower's going to just gobble up all these minions.
And they are going to recall and know that they're coming back out to lane loaded for Bear there. Zamphira keeping pace with InnoX. He should be able to keep himself at range pretty well, as InnoX is going to have to more or less do some spinning and winning in his direction if he wants to get in close enough to avoid electro harpoons as a means of escape. Pops the chickens on Zamphira just to let him know who's boss.
And in the mid lane, all the junglers are converging on there. Looks like that's the point where they want some action. And I got tongue-tied a little earlier because I was swapping top and middle because they're trolling us and putting their mid laner in the top. So.
Something we talked about, and what's going to happen last game as well. So Cog not really changing up the game plan too much, adjusting a couple of picks here and there, but otherwise keeping everything ready for Freddy. And Bearfish pushed away, going to dash forward. Bearfish under attack. Gets a couple of auto attacks onto him, but not so much that he's going to have to leave the lane. Still showing good early dominance here for the Cog bottom lane pair. They're still down 300 gold in the overall, however, as the CS numbers around the field actually pretty much bear out in their favor.
Yeah, we see Cog has a little bit of an advantage in the mid lane, but in the top lane, InnoX is winning that one. But down bottom, nothing here is a little bit ahead of Bearfish. And
Ziploc in trouble. Flag and drag over the wall. It'll get him clear as the repel nerfs make it so that Ziploc just cannot be chastened. And Zamphira going to hold the line there. ScubaChris coming in. He wants some love. They're going to have minions. We'll see if we can get out before that. Down bottom thing's going to start up, as it will be J4 getting clear. Ziploc makes it back to base. Little tri-brush battle there. Going to really go kind of in NID's favor, but both still have vision in the tri-brush.
Well, Cog gets vision there, actually.
Do they?
They get the, yep, they get
I
the
thought I saw a
forward.
blue thingy under the edge of the other pink thingy, red thingy. But
I think it was a plant from Zyra.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, I used my mini-map. That's my fault. Good catch.
Oh, boy. Yeah. Gonna hear about that one, right?
Yep,
Oh.
all over it. There's a
Can't even
6
look at
red
boards.
threads already. It doesn't even know
Ah.
what bullets are. What a stupid fatty.
Oh, so iDream trying to hit spears here. Haven't been really landing.
Stun on the bearfish, gonna take him low, and he's gonna have to walk out the backside of that one, get some plants down. Gleebglarbu, not enough damage on that to do anything. ScubaChris and PoohBear, wah! Good damage on the ScubaChris. He's gonna have to retreat into the creepy places what spiders like to hang out to regen because he caught a spear to the side of the head, and the mid laners will take up their posts again. Still no first blood as we cross 7 minutes. Still a 300 gold lead right now for NID. In spite of the fact that Kong has a very aggressive position down bottom lane, they haven't been able to keep Corky from farming. Zamphira going to run into InnoX, and InnoX will run him away from the farm so he can get a little bit of work done over there, keep the lane pushing his direction, and still playing a little bit forward to center.
Now, Zyneking is about to have his Ignite back up, so we might see an aggressive play from him very shortly. Level 6 came out for iDream in the middle before PoohBear had his, so that's why that aggressive play was made, because he had that little bit of an advantage. And I love high-level Nidalee play now, and especially in tournaments, because now it's not even forced, but when a spear hits, it's just like, oh, there's so much damage.
Every time I feel it the same way, because I'm just like, it's... I immediately assume the role of the person who's been hit with the spear in my brain.
Solo queue flashbacks.
Yeah, and it hurts so bad. So, Bearfish going to get a little damage onto Nothinghere. Nothinghere going to be able to hold the line more or less. Ping's coming out onto mid lane there from Cog. Nobody in the area to move on it. Just possibly threatening, possibly calling to send him over in that direction. See if they can't get a look on TF. Ping's up top now.
And there's a 400 gold lead. 300 of it is actually coming from InnoX. He's only got 10 CS more than Rumble does, but he seems to have... I don't know why he has so much gold. I'm at a loss.
They've nerfed the passive for sure? Yeah, he doesn't have it.
Yeah.
He's just that good.
TF's actually a little bit behind in gold compared to iDream. So he's a little bit behind. A lot of CS.
Ziploc and Zamphira onto InnoX. He's got nowhere to roll, but he does have his ultimate. Going to try and pick up Ziploc. Not going to be able to do it. Ignite's burning, and Undying Rage is still there for Zamphira. Saved it until the bitter end, and InnoX will not be able to grab a second one. Collateral damage onto Bearfish, not getting the job done. TF comes up. Didn't have the right card in tow, however. Zamphira on the run. Loss of vision there. He's going to stop it on the yellow card. Stun up, and down goes Zamphira. Auto attack to finish it off. ScubaChris gets there just a little too late to add on to the money train, and they'll put a little bit of damage on the top outer from the looks of it. Whether they recall or finish it off, who knows? Bearfish down. Zyneking starting to go on the run again. Ult dropped, and it's good enough.
Showing that he is the carry.
Ignite got him done.
Taking all of the kills for that Annie, which isn't a horrible thing, but it's going to put him up 3-1 right now. First blood did go over to NID as well as the second kill. They picked up a third one on Zyneking in the bottom lane.
Possibly tower for tower trade here as PoohBear goes up top, and the minions will be stopped. iDream finishes the turn off and now turns on PoohBear.
And PoohBear has no mana for this.
Gonna be enough, so he'll have to hop away as Nothinghere and Ziploc start up the dragon. They should have time for this one, though, as top outer did fall. Tower for tower. Still gonna be a 1k gold lead right now for NID. Cog can get it back here.
Yeah, they saw the jungler up top.
Dragon?
Saw the jungler up top for NID, saw ScubaChris up there taking the turrets. They're like, okay, well, we can get the dragon now. No chance of a smite steal. And that's going to just about even up the gold, a little bit of a change difference.
Gonna help iDream? Never sure with Zyneking there. iDream grabbed himself a blue refresh as he picked one up off of PoohBear just a moment ago.
Yeah, Zyneking, I don't think he wants these blues. I think they just fall into his lap.
You never know. It's 1-1-0 again. Zyra picking up a kill as well down bottom. Traded, got the 80 carry for the support there and put a little bit of gold onto Gleebglarbu's Zyra. Bearfish finishing off the golems, and still a fairly quiet game thus far. 10-50 and 3-1. A turret for a turret, however, as some maneuvers have been made. The dragon going to go over to Kong. I guess they've got some heads-up play, but nobody really pulling an advantage. Really close game right now. 500 gold difference between the two teams. Zamphira going to take some damage off of InnoX here. Ziploc in over the wall. InnoX does have that ultimate, so he's going to follow this in as far as he can go. Gets it done. InnoX picks up a kill, and now he's going to go into Ziploc. Got the chase down. Ult's there, and he doesn't even need it.
Oh my god, that was so ridiculous. He didn't even use his ultimate there. Just having the Static Shiv and the crits, and the Static Shiv proc can crit as well. So on Tryndamere, he just wave clears.
iDream and InnoX, he's still got the ult. iDream's in so much trouble right now. Can he waste the time? The flash out's good. Spear catches a minion. In comes ScubaChris to clean up, mopped that right off the floor. Left some little paw prints in there, and ScubaChris said, not in my kitchen. Cooked up some cat burgers. Sent Nidalee back to the pool.
And Tryndamere has such a high base crit chance because of his passive, where he has more fury, he has more crit chance. Add that onto the Static Shiv, and can't even talk.
ScubaChris in trouble now. Ziploc going to drop the ult. Repel, buy him a little time. Does he have anywhere to go? Couldn't quite get to the minions at the back side. That's what ScubaChris was looking for. Couldn't find him, though, and Zamphira will grab a kill for himself to go 1-2-0.
And InnoX now has a 2-level advantage over Zamphira. Zamphira does have a blue buff now, but it's not fantastic on Rumble. It gives him the CDR. There's going to be a turret dropping in the middle. It's the second one of the game for NID, but like I was saying, InnoX with the Static Shiv is a very great pickup as his first item. When you spin with Tryndamere, it actually charges up the Static Shiv because it stacks on hitting and moving. So when you move with it, it puts the charges into the Static Shiv, so you're just constantly ramping that thing up. It's a fantastic build, and we saw the play of it right there pretty much flawlessly.
Everybody down bottom going to give some room over. NID starting to look pretty strong down there. It's 0-1-0 on the kill counter. It's 101 CS to 105. Graves got an assist as well as a little bit of a lead there, but InnoX is in good shape, and a Tryndamere that gets big early can be huge trouble for Cog. We'll see if they've got a good answer for it. He's 302, 109 CS, and Poohbear going to take a full range spear to the back.
All right, I'm a little confused because I'm looking at nothinghere's masteries, and he has dual penetration. He has 8 AP right now without Ignite. That's not like noob 5 AP from Ignite. He's got 8 AP because he's level 8 and he took the magic penetration. So does he want to
dropping the ult? InnoX, a little crazy here. He's going to try it on. Ult spent, and he's just not able to catch him up.
He's getting greedy.
Zamphira comes around and turns it back on him. Sends InnoX to a much-needed respite.
And that was really the blue buff paying dividends, too. It gave him the scrap shield sooner so he could kite him around. Let's go,
iDream down bottom. And they're going to try it on, but Bearfish under the turret. Gleebglarbu locked up by a Ziploc on iDream combo. Can't get away from it as the spear catches him in the brush, and they're going to be able to pick up one with the 4-man look down bottom. Bearfish and Poohbear catch a spear from iDream. And that's going to send Bearfish not super low, still in pretty decent shape, but they're taking a 4-man look at bottom outer turret with Bearfish and Poohbear there. Don't know if they'll be able to push it down, however. If they keep catching spears like that, they very much will be. iDream, his work is done. Minute and a half to Dragon. So Cog gonna clear it away. They're just backing up. iDream thinking about retreating, and he will head back to base.
Okay, so I think I figured it out. Because nothinghere, there's really no reason to take the penetration mastery on Graves, because the only magic damage he does is from smokescreen, and you max that last. He was Corky last game before they did the remake. So I don't think he was expecting to play Graves and didn't swap his masteries over, because you take the dual penetrations on Corky, because majority of his damage is magic. Valkyrie's magic, his missile barrage is magic, and his phosphorus bomb are all magic as well. So I don't think he swapped him over, so he has some wasted stat points there.
iDream pushed back into turret there, and that's the danger of swapping things up. Didn't have time to readjust, and down goes bottom outer. 3 turrets to 1 now for NID. They're up 2.8k gold. 6 kills to 4, 15 and a half minutes in. Gonna roll in the direction of Dragon, which is back up in 30. Looks like it will be contested as Cog not happy to just let it go. InnoX in the area. And ScubaChris going to take a big shot off of the iDream spear. They'll get their blue buff away. Zamphira gets it.
Once again, it looked like he was tossing a spear up there. iDream really wanted that for himself. It would help him out immensely, having max CDR with those spears, and basically permanent mana regen on a Nidalee, because it doesn't cost a lot to chuck the spears out, and the fact that he already has an Athene's Unholy Grail for that laning phase. But it looks like Poohbear is rushing a Lichbane, so he's going to be pushing turrets as fast as possible. Ooh.
Ziploc gets out over the wall. Zamphira drops the ult, so they'll have to scatter just a bit, and collateral damage comes down. They get Elise off of the field. So Cog manages to turn that one in their favor after what looked like a very scary startup for NID. Cog turns it, and they're going to be able to grab Dragon. They're second in the game.
So they're going to try to answer for the mid because they can push it very, very quickly with a Sheen and the fact that they have a Tryndamere who just wave clears and smacks it so quickly. And it was really funny there because ScubaChris was like, I'm dead, I'm just going to destroy this Tibbers. And he smited the Tibbers and just took a bite out of it, too. It was actually
That's
quite
how you
funny.
handle Tibbers. That's what you do. Right there. Just get him off the field. I don't like that guy. A little bit of damage put on a mid-inner in response for the Dragon, but that's going to close the game down to 1,500 gold difference. 6 kills to 5, 3 turrets to 1, and Bearfish handling things all by his lonesome down bottom. There are a lot of red nameplates in the area, though, so he is going to give way, and they are just going to press on to mid-outer. He Valkyries out, and they'll let it go because they're after the turret.
And they didn't give up a turret for that, so it's 3-1 in turrets right now. Very even in gold, just 1k difference between these teams. And we've seen Oracles on ScubaChris, so he's going to help with the vision coverage here. He wants to keep them out, and it's really nobody's game just yet.
Bottom outer down. Nothing here going to finish it off, and they don't have enough damage to really do anything about it. InnoX just going to pressure Ziploc out up top, and he'll get him well away. Clears himself of the turret, comes back in. Doesn't have time to finish it off. Ziploc not got a ton of damage there, and he will have enough time to finish it off. Nice movement around the turret there by InnoX. Finishes up top inner. 1v1 is Rumble just going to be too late to the party up top lane. 4 turrets to 2, 18 minutes in. NID with a contentious hold on the map right now. As Cog are anything but complacent. They're doing what they can to try to keep NID away. It's just not been quite enough. They've come close a couple of times. iDream catches the stun as he turns back into it. It's going to be it for him. Down he goes. ScubaChris picks up a kill 3v1. In what could have been an escape, he just headed for the brush a little too soon. Maybe a little too late, and Gleebglarbu over the wall. Gonna get the stun up onto Zamphira. Zamphira out the back. InnoX running low. He's got the ult there. Does not pop it, though. He'll escape. Ignite ticks away, and InnoX gonna go back to healing himself up.
And InnoX is very close to having his Blade of the Ruined King completed. He has the Bilgewater Cutlass, and he's sitting on 1,500 gold, 1,600 gold now, completing that camp. So he will have it very shortly, and then nobody in the game will be able to duel him. He's at 160 farm at 19 minutes now, and Rumble's at 100. He's got a 60 CS lead over Zamphira, who was laning against him, and nobody in this game can duel him. If he split pushes, they're going to need 2 people to fight him.
NID clearing things away, doing that spring cleaning. Nothing here, doing the same thing down bottom. A little bit slower of a time of it. Again, the gold difference not that big. 2,500 gold here at 19 minutes and 19 seconds in. The NID just controlling movement around the map, and it's allowed them to get some turrets picked up. And Cog haven't been able to answer back on their end. Fire and Forget Spider going to put a little bit of damage onto iDream. He'll clear away.
And it looks like he's almost there. InnoX almost has it completed. He needs 400 gold before he gets his Blade of the Ruined King. Zamphira going for the penetration build here and a little bit of armor. He was getting smacked around by InnoX earlier, so he's going for that. Zhonya's Hourglass has the Seeker's Arm Guard in his pocket, or I guess on his arm. And they're all rotating up towards the top lane, basically to get this last outer turret.
Hope to get themselves a little bit of ability to move around the map back. NID going to go down bottom and say, we'll give it to you. InnoX is there to help clear things away. And he is going to play well back, just defend the inner turret, comes out, and is going to see a Ziploc there. InnoX doing good work. He'll be joined soon. Pops the chicken. Jumping bump's going to be good. InnoX spins out of it, stun at the far end of it. Cataclysm is under the turret, so Zamphira's got a lot of work to do. InnoX doing what he can. Down comes the equalizer. InnoX with the ult. Nearly gets one into Zamphira, but they will be able to turn it against him. Flamespitter going to finish things off in a very close fight. Inner's going to go down, and it's base race time.
And they are in crunch time right now. They do not have their ADC on the team of Cog pushing with them. He's up in the base. Nothing here is defending, and they aren't even going to get it. They aren't going to get a base turret out of this for Cog. NID get one for themselves, though.
Walking away just in time. They're going to be able to clear out of that one. Going to leave Nidalee and Annie up top and see if they can't get back in time. With 8 seconds to InnoX, though, it's something they dare not chance. ScubaChris going to be back to the pool soon as well. Minute and a half out on Dragon. Right now, 6 turrets to 4, and a big pick there as there is a gigantic gaping wound on the bottom side of the map and an inner turret missing on the top side of the map for Cog. So they're going to have to be very careful about spreading themselves too thin, especially with mid-inner in the shape that it's in.
And that mid-inner turret could be poised to go down anytime now, but they have that open inhib, and it's the opposite one of Baron. If they can get that down, that's going to allow NID to have Baron pressure, and they wouldn't even have to do it. They just have to stay inside of the pit, which they did last time, and try to bait people into it.
It worked out pretty well for them. Cog, this is Cog that came back, or NID that came back?
It was NID that came back.
There we go. So NID already got a comeback under their round. Still out front, not too much, just over 2,000 gold. It's 22 minutes in. Not a huge lead, but again, NID just have had the movement around the map, and InnoX is a scary, scary creature right now. Standard goes the wrong way, and InnoX going to make a friend in the jungle. Didn't even know he was there, but he's going to come up on Ziploc. Zyneking's got the stun, but that is going to be a full retreat. Electro Harpoon's going to grab InnoX. Spear gets him and does some good damage.
There's a lot of damage there. He needs to just keep getting those spears and pushing them away, and that's how they're going to come back from this. We saw it last time with NID having Nidalee, where they just kept people off objectives and stopped them. Basically put a stopper on the flowing into the boat, because they were going to drown, and they were able to just walk away with it. And it looks like down bottom.
That's what you need. Dragon going to go uncontested. Dragon going to go uncontested. Pushing over on the bottom, top lane, it might be headed Cog's direction. They might get a little lucky there if the minions burn away fast enough. ScubaChris going to get stunned up by the Tib and has time to get up into a rappel. Comes out on the other side to the plant and will be locked down. Equalizer's there. iDream will pick it up, but Ziploc is locked in place. He manages to get out. Mid-inner turret falls to Cog. As in comes Corky to add some damage on. Ult right now, very timely indeed, as it's going to give him time to take a look at some stuff. But forget about all that. InnoX split pushing. Bottom side inhibitor. Poohbear are going to drop a stun. They may be able to grab him up. Collapsing on him. He's going to come out the other way. Stun on the Zyneking. Not get it? Quite enough.
No, he's taken out there. And the inhibitor's gone. And there's a Tryndamere in your base, and he will take these
Killing
if you let him.
Turrets, and they are going to start the recall now, so he's got 8 seconds and some change before he's going to need to check out of there. Gets the Nexus turret. Wow, not worth it for Cog is the immediate call, especially as now there's going to be Baron pressure by way of the bottom inhibitor missing. Just, I mean, a strange one, because if they just fully recall, they could have been subject to a siege. They choose to stay at the front, and NID just makes good. InnoX so big, and they're using him all kinds of right. iDream out the back. InnoX is there. Gonna chase down Ziploc now. Ignites on him. He spins forward. Can't get the auto attack as the stun comes in. InnoX there with the ult, though. He's gonna turn on the Zyneking. Nothinghere takes him out with a buckshot.
And they might do a Baron off of this, but they can't. They can't actually do a Baron, because they have so many minions pouring into their base right now on the right side, the opposite side of the map of Baron. Ziploc's going to go down there, start clearing those out, and they're going to look to push mid lane against these tiny buffed up minions. No super minions down there. They are going to be doing a little bit more damage, trying to clear them out, trying to get to that base and answer an inhibitor.
Indeed so. Zyneking just clearing things away. They're going to try and get as much out of the 2-for-1 that they can. Ziploc going to clear away the super minions up top, as he's going to be their go-to anti-InnoX guy from the looks of it. iDream would maybe have an okay time of it if he could get enough distance, but I don't think InnoX would allow that to happen. No. InnoX right now, 433, 215 CS, out front of everybody except Graves, who's 223, 302. It's one of those things, though. Graves, with the short range, hasn't been able to get really into the thick of a number of the fights here for Cog, and NID gonna get away with it. Yeah, with the caster minions anyway. Cog.
Ooh, here comes the Baron sneak from NID. They have InnoX up there. He will take that so quickly with the Blade of the Ruined King.
Showing their AD carry down bottom. Poohbear just gonna ult out of it, and Cog don't got the read on this.
Nope. It's
that
gonna
Baron
pop.
buff is uncontested as yet. Can they finish it off? Looks like they want to go check it. Just thinking, where are they? Where in the world are they? And they're very nearly done with Baron. They are done with Baron now. Out they go. Mid inhibitor going to come under attack. Do they have the stuff to keep it safe? InnoX and ScubaChris recalling. Timely minion wave in mid lane buys Nid a little bit of time. They back it up, going to lose mid inhibitor, but might get a complete route here as they've got Baron buff. Pings onto the top side lane, and the super minions somewhat working against NID there as COG called themselves away just to be safe and just to go get themselves that top lane there. Would have been interesting to see if they could catch them up, but they're going to press it down mid lane now and answer it back. Inhibitor still standing in mid for NID.
Yeah, and a Baroned up NID can easily take this before the bottom wave is even cleared out. That's a giant minion wave there. And the fact that there's only one Nexus turret left puts even more pressure on them. That was just annihilated. That turret went down so quickly.
ScubaChris going to run the front there for a second. InnoX takes a shot. They back it up. COG swarming a little too strong, and that's done from Annie, in spite of the fact that they've got a good control on movement around the map, and Baron cannot be ignored because there's a lot of potential damage for COG to dump on them, and if they get some key players off the field, that will be a route. They'll be sent back, and worse, they'll lose Baron buff on some key players, and their ability to siege up will diminish.
And they really need to siege up here. These waves are just going to continue to pour into their base, and they need to get spears like that over and over again here. iDream has a lot of AP. He went for the Rabadons, and he's able to poke them out. And really, Zaineking's been the answer to InnoX here. When he spins in a little too far, he's there with a stun for the whole duration of the ultimate. It's a very good job by him multiple times here. And another spear landing.
His Annie play has just been a thing of beauty to watch. I mean, he calmed down the kill grabbing this time around. He's 1-1-4. But he's been everywhere he needs to be. Those stuns have been on point. He's just really gets in, gets out too, not giving over kills and being any kind of a hindrance on that Annie. You see that sometimes people get a little too aggressive to grab the kills. Top inhibitor turret gonna fall. Not on Zyneking though. It's been really just a pleasure to watch regardless of how this game is going.
So InnoX likes to hold on to the rage bar, and he doesn't actually use it for the heal. He will wait forever to use it because he wants the extra crit. It's very well played there by him. Just those tiny things about Tryndamere, because a lot of times your instinct is just to hit it.
Equalizer dropped, and nobody going to be standing on top of it. Ziploc trapped in a device of his own creation as he gets burned down. Corky gets the kill there. InnoX swinging up from top, and he is going to burn people down himself. Picks up one. Other one going to head over to ScubaChris. In comes nubbypoohbear, and they're going to shut down Rumble. Inhibitors are back up all over the field, so they can't roll straight in towards the Nexus turrets, but they've got more than enough time to get everything they need to do done. GG calls already coming out. Not sure if they dropped a surrender vote in there, if they're just going to watch it happen.
Either way,
seconds to Ziploc. It is not. It's a rough one. They might be able to come back. Nope, not going to happen.
Nope. Just thanks for giving them the benefit of the doubt, though.
You know, I like to be positive.
Yeah. So NID going to put them up 2-0 in the round robin. That's going to put 1-1 for COG.
I was very worried about my blood. I said, Doc, what is it? He said, be positive. And I just took that and ran with it. I didn't even wait for an answer about my blood type. I hopped up, went out of the hospital, and started my life anew. Anyway, the blue team wins. The blue team, in this case, NID, they're going to look pretty good in the round robin there. I believe their second win of the day. Nice comeback earlier, and this time in a good position. Never got out front gold-wise.
Yeah.
But did an all right job for themselves.
Yeah, there's some things you don't want to be positive for. A lot of them are, you know, medical things.
Sometimes you're going to want to be negative.
All right.
Hey-o. Anyway, we're going to get a commercial break. We'll be back with the next game after this.